Ladies and gentlemen, as the opposition team, we firmly reject this motion that schools should make a group of students based on competence and intelligence rather than age. But we refuse to that argument because main objection to the proposition team is number one, intelligence cannot be measured solely by numbers or academics. The proposition team assumes that intelligent and less intelligent students can be separated to make learning more effective. But however, in reality, intelligence is very broad. Some students excel in math but are weak in communication, and others are average and academically but highly creative, possess leadership skill, or possess strong social skills. If school groups study solely based on intelligence, this system narrows human potential to mere grades. Number two, this system creates the social labels and discrimination when students are placed into the smartest and less intelligent groups. School indirectly label children, and the result is student is in the lower group feel inferior, lose motivation, and feel unappreciated, and may even consider failure from an early age, and even it will make a bully at that school. And at school age, children identity and self-confidence are still developing. This system is dangerous because it leads children to believe that their abilities are fixed and cannot be developed. Number three, child development is not always the same at the young age. Some children grasp lessons quickly in the middle school but develop rapidly in high school. There are also students who start out as average but then excel when they found out the right environment, and if they are separated from the start based on intelligence, their opportunities from development are limited, and they'll also feel like they don't have the competition with other people, so the motivation goes on. So schools should be places of growth, not places where we determine classes. And number four, a diverse learning environment actually builds social skill in the real world. And we don't live only with the people of equal ability. We must learn to work with different types of people. When students with different abilities learn together, they will grow up, they will getting motivated up, and higher students learn empathy and leadership. Other students will receive motivation and support of cooperation, and mutual assistance are fostered. If everyone is separated based on intelligence, school actually create an unhealthy, individualistic, and competitive environment. And number five, the main problem in education is not age, but the quality of the learning system. The proposal team tries to blame the age of system as the root of the problem, but in fact, the real problem are non-adaptive teaching methods, lack of teacher attention, inequality facilities, and separating students based on intelligence is just a quick fix that doesn't address the root of educational problems. That's not just the root of educational problems, so we can fix this just because you have to start a student. This is about social and emotional stigma. Grouping by intelligence create a rigid smart versus a slow caste system. Student labeled as the lower competency offers suffer from the diminished self-esteem, lower teacher expectation, and known as the Pygmalion effect, and loss of motivation, which can permanently hinder their academic trajectory. Next is about holistic development. Schools are designed to teach life skill, teamwork, and social development. Grouping children exclusively by age provides a natural, diverse social environment that mirrors the real world. Placing a younger child in an older cohort or vice versa often leads to severe social maladjustment and increased bullying. Like what I said before, flawed metrics for intelligence. This is the metric of intelligence and competency are highly subjective and fluid, especially in younger children. Standardized tests are heavily influenced by the student socioeconomic status and cultural background and access to resources in a capability or potential. And the peer mentorship and diversity makes it ability age-based classroom allow students to learn from one to another. Advanced students can solidify their own knowledge by helping peers, while struggling students benefit from modeling and their behavior and study habits of slightly older, more capable classmates. An educational compromise, completely ability-based on system, often struggle with the logistical issues and resource allocation. Instead of tracking students to separate tracks or level, educational experts advocate for differentiation where education adjust the learning pace with the material within the single age appropriate classroom. For the real case studies, tracking system in Germany. Germany separates students into different school track based on competency from the age of 10. Studies shows that this system is widen social inequality. Students from the immigrant and low-income families are heavily concentrated in lower track school, and as the result, many of them become trapped in these tracks and face difficulty access in higher education. And in the next cases, ability grouping policy in the United Kingdom. Many schools in the UK group students based on ability through systems such as setting and streaming. Research from Education Endowment Foundation, or EEV, found that this policy does not significantly improve overall academic performance. Instead, it often lowers the achievement of students placed in a lower group, causing them to fall several months and behind their peers. And then next, the unreliability of the IQ testing in the United States. The use of IQ tests for the accelerated or gifted classes has been shown to contain bias. Black and Hispanic students often receive a lower score not because they are less intelligent, but because of unequal access to language support, educational research, and economic opportunities. So the alternative solution, as the opposition team does not just only reject this motion, but also we're going to offer fairer and more inclusive solution within the age-based classroom. Number one, differentiating learning. Teachers keep studying in the same age-based classroom, but provide tests and learning material with different level of difficulty according to student readiness and ability. Number two, pull-out system. Students continue learning together with their peers for social subjects such as civic, history, physical education, chemistry, and they are only separated for 1 until 2 hours into special support classes for core subjects like mathematics or language if they need extra assistance or enrichment. Number three, peer tutoring. Pairing students who understand material more quickly with those who need more time. This method is not only improve the understanding of struggling students, but also developing empathy, leadership, and communication skill in advance to students. Number four, flexibly curriculum, independent modular learning. Using a modular or a digital learning system allow advanced students to complete material more quickly without to change classes or to lose social interaction with their peer their own age. Honorable education, schools are not factories designed to sort human beings based on intelligence test score. Schools is a miniature version of society. When we separated children based on competency, we are legalizing social classes from an early age. We must not allow classroom to become place that cultivate an arrogance among the high achiever while permanently planting feelings of inferiority in those who struggle. The future of our children is far too valuable to be trapped inside box of discrimination. Therefore, we firmly reject this motion, and I proudly stand of the opposition team. Thank you.